Good morning, good morning, good morning. Because that's how I start my trainings. It's just a thing now. I'm just going to do it every time, even if it's 12 o'clock at night. Anyway, hello everybody. I hope you're all well. And on this frosty, cold morning, it was lovely and crispy yesterday, but it's a bit dreary outside today. But so let's wrap up warm and protect everything that we have. And like your hair, Becky, because you've just blown it off. But anyway, Bex had a bit of a hairdryer crisis. But we're all good. It's okay. Arbonne's going to put it back when she washes it with her FC5 or Pure Vibrance, whichever one you use. Anyway, so before we start, I just want to do a bit of the housekeeping thingies, and just to make sure that if anybody hasn't signed up to go to Leadership Academy, please, I urge you to do it. I think it's in January. It is in January. I think it's the 25th of January. And the tickets are, I don't know whether there's any left because they sell like hotcakes, but I urge you to go. I know that whenever I joined Arbonne, and the very next day I went to one and it just blew my head off. And I think I've missed one, but I was in hospital, so I was allowed to. But I've never experienced anything like it. And, you know, it is brilliant. You get to meet other people who are in the business. Everybody has different journeys. You hear from the top income earners. And my favourite bit is you hear from area managers there. So you hear about their story and their journey. And there's always something there that you can relate to, which I really love. And I know that it gives a massive shift to anybody who goes there. And I know, Ross, you won't mind me saying that when you came with me in Coventry, you changed completely. You had that light bulb moment, and that's what we're looking for as well. So, you know, really imperative, get on the website, get on our Facebook page. And if I can find it later, I will tag you in it again and flag it up so it comes to the top. And just get on it. Just do it, guys, because it is absolutely brilliant. Make that a priority for yourselves. And also, again, Vegas, if anybody hasn't registered, there's still a chance to do it. If you want to make that decision and just be there. Register. It's $199, which is an early bird. And if you get any new consultants in December, they can register for $99. So it's incredible. It's an incredible offer. The speakers there are amazing. And, you know, if you can't go towards the end of the time, you do get your money back. You do get your registration fee back. So don't be scared and think, I can't make that decision because I don't know whether I'm going to make it or not. You know, make that decision that you will be there, and the universe will open up the gateways to get you there. It happened to me this year. I didn't think I was going to make it, but I made that decision after listening to Eric Worre, and he said events are so important. So just look at your timetables and put it in there. You know, even if you're not sure if you're going to do it yet, find the dates, put it in your diary and start making it happen, because if you decide, the rest of it will happen for you. And we've also got our Christmas party in Essex. I think there's about 10 tickets left. So if you can come, you know, make that journey. Bex, you can stay with me if you want, babes. There's a bed here for you. So, you know, it's incredible. It's time for us to have fun together. It's time to mingle with other people, get to know people, because, you know, we have our friendships within this group here, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. The other people in the Arbonne family are incredible, and you just get different inspiration from other people as well. And it's time to just let your hair down and have a laugh with each other, because that's what we do at the end of the day in Arbonne. That's what it's all about. So also, I don't know if you've seen, the success packs are on our radar at the moment, which are incredible. I mean, we were only allowed them if you were new consultants for your first 2 months. Now we've got the whole of December to buy as many as you like. I mean, I know that's a lot of money, but what I'm saying is it's a great way to buy your tools and buy your kit. Now I'm finding that I've got everything at the moment, which is great, but now I look at my RE9 sets and I go, oh, I think they're a little bit out of date now, so I'm going to have to get some more. Now last month I was going to get some, But I decided not to, and I'm so glad I didn't, because now I have got them. They're in my basket, and I'm getting them today, and they're coming to me, and I'm going to start rebuilding my kit again. So it's a really great way, and it's a lovely way as well if you want to do some Christmas shopping, to get on there and give your gifts away for Arbonne, for Christmas gifts. Everybody is getting Arbonne this year. They did last year, and they did the year before. So, you know, they all know they're going to get some Arbonne for Christmas. And it's just a lovely way of sharing the products. And people, it just gets it into people's houses, because that's what we want. We want this to be, and it will be, absolutely will be, a household name. Okay. And we are the pioneers for that. So, so here we are on is it the 4th of December today?
Yeah.
Just check my advent calendar. Yes, 4th of December. And I've got a Lindt one, and it's amazing. It's like about this big. It's huge. I can't eat the chocolates first thing in the morning. It's just too much. So I'm going to have a little stash over Christmas. It'll be amazing. So, yeah, so it's the 4th of December, and we are in November. Was a very, very good month for Arbonne. It was off the charts. Personally, my November wasn't that good, and I'm happy to share that with you all. You know, work takes over, life takes over, and it gets a bit crazy. And we're going to talk a little bit about that later on. But the reason I've decided to do the evaluation sheets, which I sent you a couple of days ago, is to really have a look at your month previous, and why wasn't it how you wanted it to be, or why was it how you wanted it to be, you know. So although it seems like I'm, you know, giving you homework to do and I'm a little bit, you know, teacher, hello, have you done your homework, it's really there to help you guys. You know, I did it a couple of months ago, and it really, really helped me, because and sometimes I was scared to look at my business. My dad sat me down one day and said, what are you doing with this Arbonne? He calls it Arbonne. He can't pronounce it, bless his heart. It's Arbonne. And what are you doing with it? And are you making any money? That's all he wanted to know. Are you making money? Are you making money? And to explain it to a 74-year-old man who's so old school that it's not just about the money, he didn't get it. So what I had to do was write down my expenditure and my income for the whole year and a half that I was in Arbonne. And I did not want to do it, because believe you me, there was months when I spent so much and I didn't make a penny, because I was just like, I need to get my QV. So, you know, there were times when I didn't want to look at my business, but it was so good for me, because I realized actually I was just spending willy-nilly, because I was in employment and I did. So I wasn't being business minded. And my dad's old school business, he's a shopkeeper back in the 70s and 80s. So he knows business. So it was really good for me to do that. So I urge you to maybe also do that yourselves as well. Have a look at what you're spending and what you're earning, okay? And if you're not earning anything at the moment, that's absolutely fine. But keep tabs on what you're putting out there as well, okay? Because we don't want to just spend willy-nilly and then we're not shifting those products, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. So the importance of these evaluation sheets are to get you into a habit of doing it every single month, to look back at your month and go, what did I do right? What did I do wrong? What would I change? What did I learn? What do I want to do the next month? Okay. Now, sometimes you can look at the questions and they can be a bit harsh. What did I do wrong? But it's about being honest with yourself. And it's not about being afraid to look and to say, but I didn't put my 150 through. You know, or I didn't get my 1000 PQV that I wanted to get to district manager qualification. Now ask yourself, don't be hard on yourself. Just ask yourself, why didn't I put my 150 through? Did I not have the funds? Did I not think about it? Was it not a priority? You know, if you're having issues with finances, then go out and find a PC. That's all you have to do. And then you've moved yourself on. And then you've put your 150 through, which then goes to your sponsors 150 or their success line, which then adds on to the next one. So it's all important. It's not just for you guys. Your 150 isn't just for you. It's for everybody else that is accountable in your business, okay? So when you don't put your 150 through, all it means is that you don't get paid if you get any other QV through your success line and you're not able to qualify, okay? It doesn't mean you're not a consultant anymore. It doesn't mean anything like that. It just means that you're not getting paid. Now, what we want to duplicate in our business is to put your 150 through every month. That is your commitment to being an Arbonne consultant, okay? And if you can't, it's no massive deal. Don't get fretful about it. But if you can't physically put it through yourself, you make that your priority of that month to find a preferred client or find a client to put it through, okay? So it's all about being honest with yourself. And somebody said something really important to me a while ago, actually a few years ago. It's the things you do when no one is looking. And that really hit home with me, because at the beginning of my journey with Arbonne, I was very much, Claire, what do I do? What do I do? And she'd be like, right, you need to do this. And I'd be like, okay. But the minute she didn't tell me what to do, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to do it. Yeah, I'd go out and do my one-to-ones, but I didn't really, she'd be on my back all the time telling me, have you done this? Have you done that? And I was going places and I got to area manager. But after I got to area manager, I didn't know how to sustain that because I didn't know how to do it myself. So it's the things that you do when no one is looking that it is vital, okay? And that sometimes you have to teach yourself, and sometimes people have that naturally. So really ask yourself, what don't I do if somebody's not looking at me, okay? So are you reading every day? Are you listening to audios every day? I'm not going to come around and check on everybody and say, tick sheet. You have that tick sheet for yourself. And by all means, if you want to share it with me, fantastic. But it's all about the little things you do when no one is looking. All right. So your evaluation sheet, it gives you an idea of where you're at. Okay. So when you're looking at your evaluation sheet and you see how many one-to-ones did you do, if you didn't do any that month, why didn't you do them? Was it because you didn't put the meeting in, or was it because you don't know the presentation yet? So ask yourself, why don't you know the presentation yet? Is it because you're struggling with it? Is it because you haven't had it as a priority? Is it because you are not in the right mindset for it? So take it back. If you're not in the right mindset to learn the presentation, then let's get your mindset ready to learn that presentation, because there's no point in forcing yourself to do something if you're not in the right place. So then you've got to take it right back and get yourself in that right place, because that's really important. And ask yourself about your personal development skills. Are you a naturally positive, energized person? Do you have a good mindset? What skills do you have in network marketing? What skills do you have to learn? Do you have to learn to be disciplined? Do you have to learn to be motivated? Do you have to learn the presentation? Do you have to learn how to invite people to events? All those things. This is what the evaluation sheet is going to get for you. Okay, so assess what you've done over the month, and also look at how busy your month was. But don't make that as an excuse. Don't make, oh well, I was really busy at work, so I couldn't do it. Embrace that. I was really busy at work, but you know what? I did lots of reading that month, so I worked on myself. And that's fantastic, because we know we can't move this business. We cannot grow our business unless we grow ourselves. So if you know you're coming up to a busy time and Christmas is going to be crazy for everybody, then use that month and say, right, this month I'm going to do reading every day and get myself into a reading habit. Okay. And then without even realizing it, you're going to want to go, actually, I need to contact that person. So it will push you and motivate you to go and do it anyway. So you're not panicking. Because the thing is, what I want to really home in on today is that life happens, you guys. Life gets in the way. At Cats, we've had the most crazy schedule for the last few months. We've been out of the country and it's been difficult. But we haven't made that, excuse me, as an excuse. We've embraced it. We've kept our Zoom calls going. We've missed 2, okay? So that was through crazy time, and that's through me not being very well. And you can't help that. Sometimes you just can't help it. But, for example, this morning, we've got to be in at work at 12 o'clock. Couldn't do the Zoom call at 11. I know, let's do it at 10. Who can be there? Great. Who can't? Great. It's going to be recorded and sent on, but I still wanted to do it. And I've got up stupid early o'clock to get myself ready because I wanted to do it, because I want to be there for you and to serve you and to help you, but keep the spirit going, because stuff does happen. You know, Emily, you've got your little baby now, and you know, that is your priority. And oh my God, that has to be 100% your priority. But let's make it work for you. Let's see how we can fit Arbonne around, because you've got to be the evidence for those mums, and you can say, actually, it's all right. It's all good, because I do it once a week. I have a day, or I have an afternoon, or when Joey's asleep, that's when I can do a bit of, you know, catch up time, or send a little text or whatever, but work it out so it works for you. So it's not a negative thing. It's a positive thing that you've just had a baby and you're at home and you can work your Arbonne business. But you have to work it out around your time and set yourself up to win, okay? So, yeah, just don't beat yourself up over it, guys. You know, things happen, and it's working out how it fits around your life and also how it fits in your head. If you're feeling bad that you haven't done any Arbonne for a couple of weeks, that's not the right way to do it. You have to just say, that's what happened and I'm accepting it. But next week or next month, I'm going to do a little bit more and make it happen. And it's all about choices. It's all about making those right choices. So, for example, right, this month, I've decided to take Facebook and Twitter off my phone. It's no longer on my mobile phone, because when I was in Germany, I didn't have it on my phone for the whole weekend, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I didn't realise how much time I spend doing that. I mean, I'm surprised I haven't got repetitive strain injury in my thumb. You know what I mean? So I had to put Messenger back on it, because that's how I contact a lot of my clients and my prospects. But I now timetable work time. I mean, if I'm on Facebook, I'm doing it for work. And yes, I'm keeping in touch with people as well, but I'm not just idly doing it. So I've made that choice, and I'm hoping that that will then give me more hours to properly contact people. Because when I'm on Facebook, I go, yeah, I'm on it for work, but I'm not really concentrating on contacting people. I'm just liking statuses and looking at silly videos, and you know, that time that you're taking out to watch somebody else's silly little video, you could be watching an inspirational TED talk and getting your mind in that zone. All right, it's all about getting in that zone, being in the Arbonne zone all the time. I think of Arbonne 24/7. Doesn't mean I do it 24/7, but I'm in that zone because I use it in my everyday life as well. So it's like it's making your Arbonne business a priority in your life. And it's like when you meet somebody, right? Meet a girl, meet a guy you fancy, and you will do anything to see that person. Doesn't matter if you have to drive 4 hours, 5 hours to see them. Doesn't matter if you have to get up an hour before. You will do it because you're passionate about that person. You want to see them. You don't want to let them down. So think about that about your Arbonne business. You know, get passionate about it. Get fired up about it. And if you're not, then find out how to be. Whether it's about learning about network marketing, or it's exciting your vision. It's about growing your vision. You know, get excited about it and make it a priority. You know, Stuart told me an amazing story a few months ago when he said he decided to do Arbonne, and he told his best friend about it and she decided not to. She went out and bought a box set of 24. So she watched 24 while he went out and grew his Arbonne business. A year later, she's still watching 24, and he is an area manager earning a nice little packet. The following year, she catches up on Coronation Street on Netflix or whatever. He just carries on building his Arbonne business. He is now driving around in a white Mercedes, earning £3,000 to £5,000 a month. The following year, she buys Breaking Bad, watches the whole of Breaking Bad. He is still building his Arbonne business and earning £10,000 a month. So look at those two choices. Which one would you take? I know which one I would take. So it's all about making smart choices. Okay, that time when you want to go get in and you want to switch off. By all means, switch off. But then think to yourself, did I do anything else Arbonne related today? Even if it's 10 minutes reading. If your time is limited, chunk it down. If you normally do half an hour reading every day, do 15 minutes. You know, set yourself up to win. That is my biggest piece of advice for everybody. Set yourself tasks that you know you want to do, and set yourself tasks that you will do. Okay. I want to recommend a book to you guys called The Chimp Paradox, and it's all about mind management. And it is absolutely brilliant. And it's a guy called Dr. Peter Stevens, right? And it's all about managing those little voices that come in your head and tell you to do silly things. Not always silly things, but basically we've got 3 parts of our brain, okay? We've got our human side, our chimp side, and our computer side. Right? So our human side is the things that we've been taught all our lives. They are, you know, that's hot, that's cold, the sky's blue, the grass is green. Things that we know that aren't changeable, that they are facts, okay? Then you've got your sorry, did I say? No, that was your computer. Sorry, that's your computer side, the stuff that we're all being taught. I'm getting confused. Then we've got our human side, which is our rational, calm, let's make good decisions side. Then we've got our chimp side, which is the decisions that we make on our emotions, okay? That, you know, when something goes wrong, we lash out and we say something stupid, we make a sarcastic comment, we're petulant, we're childish. Now, that's not to say that they're wrong, but they're just run on our emotions. So what Dr. Peter does is he gets you to manage that chimp. He makes you name it. Mine's called Charlie. So when Charlie's out, everyone gets down, gets out the way, because I can be very, very petulant. I'm Greek South African, so emotions are flying all over the place. But I'm learning to manage it. And when there's an occasion where I'm upset about something or I get frustrated, I stop and think and go, right, what would the human part of me do? And sometimes the chimp side is right. It's not always wrong, but it's just about managing it and not making rash decisions. And it is the most brilliant book. It's quite complicated in, you know, the way he writes it, but there's lots of diagrams, so it's really quite good to read. I love the diagrams personally, but it's an absolutely brilliant book, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it, because I think, you know, we've been doing it a while now. Some of us for a couple of years, some of us for a few months, and these are the moments, I think, where life gets a little bit on top of us, where we can fall off the Arbonne train, or we can go, right, let's grab it. And even though it's Christmas and even though it's crackpot, I'm still going to get my goals that I want to get this month, whether it be your 150, whether it be 2 new consultants, whether it be 5 new PCs. You set yourself your goals, but set yourself up to win. No, if you're going to have a crazy December in life, with your life, then don't give yourself, you know, I want to qualify for district manager, or I want to complete district manager. Be realistic. All right, set yourself the goals that you know that you are going to get. So you know, it's all about, I've always said this, fitting it into your life, but it's also about understanding how Arbonne fits into your mind. All right, doing Arbonne should be something that you do every single day, every single minute of your day, because not only is Arbonne a business, it's also a personal development program, if you like. So, you know, I know that even if I'm not doing any income producing activity, I am doing my affirmations every day, or I'm a little bit more organized, or I'm a little bit more energized. So that is what Arbonne brings to me. That's what that brings into my life. So, you know, if you're having a time where you're not able to do your activity so much, that's okay. As long as you're working your way towards doing your activity, then you're winning. You're absolutely winning. So I really urge you to have a look at those evaluation sheets, fill them in, you know, email me, call me, whatever you want to do with your upline, with your sponsor, and get that done. I want to get them done by the end of this week, most definitely. Even I did it with Alice the other day, and it took no more than 10-15 minutes. Okay, and it got her on the, oh, okay, actually I did good last month. I did, even though I was flying all around the bloody world, I had a good month, because you take the good things out of it. And now she knows where she wants to go for her next month. And that is so important. You've got to have a destination, okay? And we'll work month to month. And then once that starts rolling, then we'll start going, okay, let's look in 6 months' time. But there's no point in looking over there if you're not doing the work here. All right, so that's all I wanted to share with you guys today, and thank you so much for listening. I'm here for you all the time, and next Zoom call we have, what I'd really love to do is each of you to do a slide from the presentation. We're going to do a mass group presentation to each other, okay? So I urge you to get that presentation in your heads like your life depends on it, and also like somebody else's life depends on it, because we have a gift, you guys. We have an absolute gift. Think of what the person who shared this with you, think of what they have given you in these last few months, these last year, these last couple of years. Think of what that person has given you. Okay, now you have that to share with other people. How dare you not share it? Okay, how dare you? That's just rude. So learn that presentation. Find a way of learning it. Find an audio on the Google Drive that you can listen to, that you like. Listen to it every day, you know? Benny boy, you put a show tune on. The next one, you put the audio of the presentation on. Okay? You got me? So
okay, yeah, gotcha.
Think about it like that, guys. You know, I do my reading on the tube now. I love it. I cut everybody out and I do my reading on the tube. I've done it every single day this week, and I feel fantastic for it. And that is why I'm on this Zoom call this morning, because I'm reading about leadership, and it's all about showing up and passing on what I'm learning to you guys, because there's no point in me keeping it for myself. There's no point in that. I want to share it with you all so we can learn together, because we are only successful if we are successful as a team. Okay, but we've all got to pull our big boy pants up and, you know, big girl pants up and get on it like a car bonnet. All right, so I'm going to stop recording and say goodbye, but I just want to say a quick hello to you both off camera. So thank you very much, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed the call this morning, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. Fantastic. Bye, everyone. Love you.